So in this episode, we're going to talk about freezing of gait, which is something we see with people with Parkinson's. If you have Parkinson's or you know somebody with Parkinson's, you will probably notice when they're walking, sometimes if something changes in the surface or the conditions of walking change, there's a little bit of that hesitation and their feet can't quite go where they're trying to move. And that is called freezing of gait. So freezing of gait is defined by a brief episodic absence or marked reduction of forward progression of the feet despite the intention of walking. So they're thinking about walking, but their feet aren't doing what their brain is telling them.
Exactly. And it's got to be frustrating. You know, you're moving and all of a sudden you want to turn and you start to, like, your fear almost, I've had some patients, their fear stuck to the ground.
So this drives you frustrating, but there's something that can help you with this.
Exactly. So we have two things that we want to show you. One is it's called the clock turn. So Yang developed this and published this particular turn, tested it on people that had Parkinson's, and it's very simple to do. Instead of, when you're freezing, trying to move your feet, you know, you're kind of stuck, you can't quite move them. What you do here, let me move so you can really see my hand. There I go. Okay, is you're going to turn your feet like a clock. So you're going to do one foot, then the next foot, then the next foot. So I'm going to take my feet and they're together. Let's say I'm freezing. And instead of trying to move it, you know, instead of trying to turn and take a step or move my feet, what I do is I just pivot. So I'm just going to pivot one heel and then move the one next to it. Pivot the heel, move next to it, pivot the heel, move next to it, pivot the heel, move next to it. A clock turn. And you can do it either direction, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And what's nice is it gets you started on that turn instead of just sort of, you know, moving there, not moving. This, if you pivot, it gets you moving. Another really great technique, and it's not evidence-based, but I use it all the time. It's called clock yourself. Let me open it back up again so you can see the cover. It goes out of the cover pretty fast. It's called Clock Yourself. And what you're going to do...
So is it an actual app?
It's an app. Yeah, and you have to pay for it, but it's $3, I think. And you have different choices. So you're going to pick the simple clock. And what that does is it makes you pretend that there's a clock around you. Now, I want to show this to Dana. Dana's never done this before, so you'll see how easy it is. So Dana, I want you to pretend that 12 o'clock's in front of you, so touch it with your right foot. Okay, and then 6 o'clock.
I'm going to go back a little.
Okay, so you can put your head on this side. Go ahead. And then 6 o'clock. Okay, 12 o'clock. You're going to have to go to 6 o'clock. So you go behind you. Okay, there you go. Okay, so move over a little bit so you have anything to do. So you got 12, you got 3, you got 6, 9. Good. And now what happens is you're going to press this and you can pick different speeds. Now, I want to pick a really fast speed because I'm mean. No, because I want to make Dana work today. Yeah. Okay, so it's going to tell you to touch the different ones. And if you want, why don't you stand up and do it with us? And again, it's good for Parkinson's, but it's also really good for anybody who wants to work on their balance. So this is faster speed. You can do really fast, or you can do them really slow. And you can do different mix-ups, different patterns. This is the simplest. So let's do it. Go.
12, 1, 2.
Oh, I already messed up.
4,
5, 6,
7.
You have to do the other foot.
10,
11, 3.
Oh!
6, 4, 7, 9.
I know it wrong there.
12,
5.
Done. Way to make me feel like a fool. And that was fast, all right? I would do it much slower.
My gosh,
you would be bored to death. But it's really fun. It's fun, and it's really fun to work on your balance. And it also does some cognition, too, because you got to think of 2 and 1 and all of those.
I messed up from the beginning.
So if you are somebody who freezes, to do the clock yourself, you can hold on to a sink and do some of it if you're worried about your balance. And then as you get better, you can do it. But again, Dana, I was rough. That was really fast.
She's being nice.
All right, so there you go.
I love it. Thank you. That was great.
Oh, good.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for listening to this episode.
For the most up-to-date information about our videos and our products, please visit our website at exerciseforagingwell.com.
And be sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and tell your patients, your friends, your neighbors, your parents, your dog to listen and to do anything to spread the word.
Together, we can create a healthier, more pain-free, and active future. Thank you again, and stay healthy.
Thank you.